Hey everybody, welcome to Ghost Trick Phantom Detective. And we kind of had a bit of a recap episode last time. I visited the novelist's apartment again. I'm hoping to be able to do something about this mistaken identity kidnapping. As long as there's any possibility that it could be his own daughter who was kidnapped, I doubt the Justice Minister will call off the execution tonight. The key to dispelling the Minister's doubts is now in bed, coughing, and I need to use this key before that prison van arrives to pick up our death row inmate. Oh, my darling angel, just listen to that cough. You naughty thing, did you go out leave your nice warm bed to go out into the night to play? A daughter after my own heart, but I must confess I didn't even notice you were gone. I didn't go out to play. I went to buy Papa a birthday present. He said he wanted a new lighter. But that's no reason to go out this late at night. But my fever finally went down. I could barely move before that. But look what it brought you. Your fever is worse now than ever. Here's to the feverish passion of my darling angel. Mama? Yes, darling? Let's call Papa and wish him a happy birthday, even though it's already past midnight. Not tonight, Amelie. I hate you. Looks like this little girl was safe all along. I already knew that, but I'm still relieved all the same. And there's another lucky development, too. Emily wants to call her father. Now, if I can just make use of that feeling somehow, that would surely bring the Justice Minister around. That was easy. The phone! Amelie, I told you couldn't call him tonight. Why not? Listen to me, Amelie. Your father is about to make a big mistake. I want him to reconsider. What do you know about him, Mama? He's the one who's the Justice Minister, you know. All you do is write weird novels. Her hair exploded. What do you mean weird? How dare you disparage my romantic expressions? Now you've really made me angry. You really have. How do you expect me to forgive such an insult? Of course. I hate you. There. I'll be keeping my eye on you now, so you won't do anything else mischievous, like calling your father. I hate you. I can hear you, you know. Whew, what a pair. I don't know what these family issues are, but I do know I have to do something about this lady so Emily can call. Well, having a good time, our wee little rodent. Sweet dreams! Did you fancy the vintage, my whiskered friend? That poor rat. I hope he's just unconscious. She's more powerful than I thought. Looks like she tipped the wall candelabra to one side, too. The angle of those candles. Got the feeling I've seen something very similar to that quite recently. Is the rat dead? Oh, turn the power out. Oh heavens, a blackout at a critical time like this? Of course, dim lights suit my story of love very well, but I myself am not very fond of the dark. Get some fire going, here we go. The chandelier just narrowly missed the back of my head. I love the thrill of romance, but I don't need these kind of thrills, thank you. Here we go. Delicious. Ah, what a wonderful atmosphere. Perfect for a clandestine meeting in the dusky twilight. I don't exactly know how this situation came about, but I think I owe the rat an apology. The rat seems to be unconscious. But now that the room has changed into this, maybe I can use it somehow. Well, that didn't do much. The lady's dictionary. Wasn't this on her desk before? Poor thing, destined to never be returned to the bookshelves. What a naughty chandelier! It won't let me ghost. I better not put out the lamp right now. I'll only pour oil on the flames of anger in this lady's heart. If I want to give Amelie a chance to use the telephone, I have to think of a way to keep her mother out of the way. I also have to make sure the fire gets to... That was close. Does she actually move her head far enough back to hit it? I thought I was kind of supposed to catch her hair on fire, but I don't know. Gotta time it just right. Oh! Tricky lady. She's a good limbo player. There we go. Amelie! Amelie, help me! Mama. I'm sorry, Mama. I'm too dizzy. I can't get up. I'm afraid I can't help you right now. Ah, so here's to the weakness of my little darling angel. That chandelier is on there tighter than her wedding band. She won't be able to escape on her own. Going up. What is going on here? Amelie, look! Do you see this? Help me, please! Sorry, I'm too sick. I can't get out of bed. My head is spinning, so I guess you'll just have to stay up there spinning too. Looks like this lady won't be going anywhere for a while. Now the little girl can call her father. The only trouble is she can't reach it. Guess I'll just have to deliver it to her. Oh, that's right, the angle of those candles. I saw something very similar recently, didn't I? Oh, she's moving. Ah, the rat's back! Thank you, little rat. Thank you. Now I really owe that poor rat an apology. But this might be a really good chance for me to... I have to get that phone to Amelie. So... Oh, swing harder. Perfect. There we go. Looks like I did it. Mama! What in the world is going on here? She pour her wine on the rat's tail to make it go out. Oh, goody. Excuse me a minute while I call Papa, okay, Mama? I'll only be a minute. Don't you dare, Amelie! I won't have it! Hello, Papa. Oh. Amelie! Is that you? Of course it is, silly. What did you think? But I said you were... Oh, never mind, it's nothing. Silly old Papa. Happy birthday, Papa. Birthday? Oh, right. It was my birthday today, wasn't it? I'm sorry we couldn't celebrate tonight. Thanks to mean old Mama. Oh, your mean old mother. I mean, your mother. What is she up to right now? Well, she's certainly up all right. My stubborn mother's kind of tied up at the moment. Get me down! She needs to be taught a lesson for causing us so much trouble. No, Amelie. I'm the one who was wrong. Huh? Could you tell your mother I'm sorry? What do you have to be sorry about? I was just about to make a terrible mistake. But it's all right now. Oh, okay. You're still young. There's a lot I can't tell you right now. The job of a justice minister is very complicated, you see. Okay. But just remember, you're always the most important thing to your mother and me. Did you do something naughty to your mother? If you did, I want you to apologize. I don't think I did anything. But okay, I'll apologize. That's a good girl. Okay, Papa, have a good night. I love you. I love you too, Amelie. Good night, sweetheart. Mama? I'm sorry. My goodness, why the sudden change? I guess I was wrong about you. I didn't understand. Oh, Amelie. I thought all you ever did was write these weird novels. It makes me a little sad. Papa said the job of a justice minister was complicated. Yes, your father's job is very complicated and difficult. That's why I couldn't talk to you about most of it. But you're right, I shouldn't treat you like such a little girl anymore. You are growing up, after all. And I promise to stop calling your novels weird and try actually reading them. What? Maybe you'd better wait until you're a little older for that. Okay. So, Amelie, if you're feeling a little more charitable toward your old mama, do you think you could let me down now? You know, I would love to do that, but I'm just feeling too stizzy and sick right now. Tonight, on this holiest of nights, my deadline, looks like the only thing pressing on me will be this chandelier. Here's to Papa and Mama's darling little angel. All of a sudden, everybody's getting along again. Such an abrupt change, I can't understand it. What is this what family is all about? In any case, the situation has changed dramatically now. I just hope the mysteries of me can be cleared up as quickly as the furrows on the minister's brow. I don't know where Camilla is, but at least now the Justice Minister's doubts are dispelled. I think I'll go back to his office where everybody's waiting for the prison van. The minister's family now has their smiles and harmony back, but Camilla is still in the hands of the kidnappers. I decided to go back to the Justice Minister's office. Surprisingly, the minister's brow is still just as furrowed as ever, quite unlike a father who just learned that his daughter is safe. He seems to still be in the depths of deep despair. The atmosphere in this room is very different now. It seems to have an air of unfocused anxiety. I get the feeling something big is going to happen. I just found out that my daughter is safe. I'd like to express my gratitude. Thank you. Thank you for my daughter's sake and for mine. No need to thank us, Minister. It was nothing. What did he do? But one question. I can't help but notice. Your daughter is safe. And yet you still look very unhappy. How about a little smile for us? Oh, of course, there is the matter of the other kidnapping victim. But is that really the only thing that troubles you, Mr. Minister? Please let me think in peace until the prison van arrives. I wonder if Lynn is at the park yet. Until we get a report, I guess I'll just have to wait here. This continued distress of the ministers. Is there really something more to it, like the inspector and me said? I could always ask him. Hello, Justice Minister. How about you finally admit I do exist? That thank you I expressed. That was meant for you. You're a ghost, aren't you? And you have the power to control and manipulate people, don't you? No, I don't have that kind of power. I can't control you. You've actually known, you know, for quite a while now. But I had no idea there were powers of the dead, of ghosts. Known? Known about what? We knew about the existence of somebody who could control others, a manipulator. What's this? That's why your execution order caused me so much anguish, Detective Jowd. Mr. Minister, why don't you just tell us everything you know? Yes, I suppose I should. You need to hear it all. About the huge mistake this foolish man made. There are some cases in this country now that are under a top-secret investigation. Of course, you wouldn't have known about them, Detective Jowd. Right, they don't share too much top-secret information with the inmates in prison. There are 3 prisoners, including you, in the special prison you just escaped from. All 3 cases have certain points in common. They do they? Tell us more. The rock singer who leaked national secrets in his lyrics during a TV broadcast. The curry-loving fellow who took the chief commissioner hostage at the Metro Police Department. Neither of these men had a motive for their crime, and both of their crimes were impossible. Impossible. The curry lover had no way of knowing how to infiltrate the commissioner's office, and the rock singer had no way of knowing the national secrets he leaked. The Special Investigation Unit submitted an investigative report to me on them. They concluded that these men's criminal acts were not of their own volition. But how could that be? The theory the unit came up with was the existence of a manipulator. A manipulator, huh? That's when the special prison was established as a facility to research that theory. Some unknown power has been at work. These past several years, Inspector Cabanela has been studying these cases. He has he? Manipulating someone into committing a criminal act, according to the inspector. The first case of its crime was a locked room murder involving our nation's best detective. And you're trying to say I was manipulated into shooting Alma? I appreciate the theory, but unfortunately, I don't recall being controlled by anybody. It's just not possible to manipulate another's behavior like that. Well, my powers certainly don't work on living creatures. That's what I thought when I first heard the theory, too. However, I was seriously mistaken, and it proved to be a big mistake. What? You mentioned a mistake. Could you tell us about it? I suppose everybody here has a right to know. All right, fine. I'll speak out loud so that Inspector Cabanela can hear this too. There's something I'd like the two of you to hear. It's about a mistake that I made. Inspector Cabanela, when you first made that report about a manipulator, I'm afraid I didn't believe it at all. Impossible, I thought. Perfectly understandable, Mr. Minister. But I was wrong. That kind of power does exist. And I learned the truth of that firsthand. What's this? A month ago, I signed the order to carry out Detective Jowd's execution. However, that act wasn't of my own volition. I was being controlled. What? You never told me about this, Mr. Minister. What's going on? This document. What am I doing? No, I mustn't sign it. Wait, don't deliver that document. That's when it started. That's when all of my fear, despair, and suffering began. At the time, I didn't even cross my mind that I'd been manipulated, and my memory of the event was only hazy at best. So the memory of being manipulated doesn't clearly remain, huh? Signing the execution orders is part of a Justice Minister's job. At the time, I just thought my psyche was rebelling against the task. But the next day, it dawned on me. I remembered Inspector Cabanela's report on the existence of a manipulator. As a Minister of Justice, I couldn't admit what had happened to me. I only signed the execution order because I was being controlled. If something like that got out, this nation's judicial system would crumble. Besides, I had no evidence to present that I had actually been controlled, so in the end I couldn't admit to anyone what had happened. I suppose, but it sounds a bit like an excuse. You should have at least told us, Mr. Minister. Yes, I know, I should have. I was running away from the problem. And then my wife found out I was worried about something. Well, if you go around with an expression like that, I guess that's bound to happen. I explained it to her, and she was dead set against the way I was handling it. If you don't withdraw that order and tell everyone the truth immediately, I'm moving out. And then, with the kidnapping tonight, with it thrust under my nose like that, I could no longer deny my mistake. This manipulator comes upon us from somewhere unseen. That's why I've been keeping my distance from everybody. So that's why you've been telling people to stay back. So there's somebody else besides me with the powers of the dead. I'm fine with that. After all, I already know about a certain desk lamp. What I'm not fine with is the fact that this person can control and manipulate living creatures. That's certainly something I can't do. Apparently different ghosts get different ghost tricks. But I never imagined that tonight I would find out where this kind of power comes from. Where it comes from. Inspector Cabanela, this manipulator is a ghost, a departed spirit. A spirit? As a matter of fact, there's a ghost talking to us right now. What did you say? Jowd, don't tell me you can hear this ghost too. I'd say the only person who can't hear him is you. Spirit? Ghost? God's in heaven. Excuse me, Mr. Minister, I have some urgent business to attend to. I recommend you think long and hard before making your final decision, sir. Inspector! This is Lynn. I'm at the park. We've been waiting to hear from you. Have you found the evidence? Well, the situation here is... it's kind of difficult to explain. Sissel, if you're there, come to the park immediately! It looks like your help is needed, Sissel. Yeah, I guess so, huh? Going to the park. Lynn calls and I oblige. I take off toward Temsic Park, a place where clearly something big is taking place. The manipulator, the person whose very existence sheds new light on everything. Detective Jowd's crime, the execution orders, and even my own death. Could it be? Could Lynn have been manipulated into shooting me? Dun dun dun! Alright, so that's the end of that. We're kind of getting pretty close to the end. I think there's only 5 more chapters to go, so next week, then the week after that, and we'll have the finale on the Tuesday after that. So if all goes according to plan, that is. You never know. So yeah, thanks for joining me. We have more of Sea of Stars tomorrow. We're getting into some pretty cool parts in that game. And we're going back to Pillars of the Earth for Book 3 to finish that up. And then there's going to be the last Dondoko Island on Sunday. That's what we're doing this week. So yeah, thanks for joining me. Hope you have a great rest of your week, and we'll catch you next time.